Hey there, I'm Stephen Foskett from Gestalt IT, and we are here in Galactic Gestalt IT Global Headquarters in Hudson, Ohio. We just got a shipment of something kind of new and notable, so I thought I would unbox it. Now I have to warn you, I haven't told Rich yet what this is, so let's see what he says when I open this up. So, box. Hey Rich, what shape is this box?
It's like a rectangular prism.
It's like a rectangular prism, rectangular shaped box. Oh look, it has handy dandy pull tabs to open.
Can I venture a guess at what that is?
No, nobody wants to, nobody cares. All right, here we go, ready? So something new, something that just came out. Let's take a look at it. It is an Apple Tragic Keyboard.
Ooh.
But this Tragic Keyboard has a secret lurking inside. I love how Apple packs this stuff, by the way. They use these kind of funky plastic on stuff. All right, we have the Apple Tragic Keyboard. Now, let's take a look at this. Now, this one doesn't have handy dandy pull tabs to open it, so I have to use this rusty old razor. Ow! But this is indeed the Apple Tragic MacPad. Now there's something special about these. I'm not sure if you can spot it. They are in fact space gray. And you know what space gray does to things? It makes them awesomer and it makes them cost $20 more. So in true Apple fashion. So let's take a look at these things. All right, so we've got the Magic Trackboard. We got the Magic Keyboard. Technically this is the Magic Trackpad 2, but being Apple, they don't even say that on the box. So let's take a look at this thing. Here we will open up the plastic and see what we got. So this is the keyboard and trackpad that came with the iMac Pro that came out in the fall. For a while, people have been less enthusiastic about the iMac Pro than about its space gray keyboard. And so people have literally been buying these $4,000 machines and selling the keyboards on eBay. Apple just decided 2 days ago that they would offer an official space gray keyboard. Of course, being Apple, they're making, like I said, 20 bucks extra on it. Now, it comes with something really special, which is a black lightning cable.
Woo!
I mean, whoa, right? I mean, that's worth it right there. So we've got a black lightning cable. I love Apple's packaging. I mean, I could just do an unboxing video on anything Apple packages just because they put it in these magical, wonderful plastic things. So there's the keyboard. Let's take a look at the trackpad. All right, again, Apple's packaging is par excellence. Again, another black lightning cable. So now I've got 2 black lightning cables. And here is the Tragic MacPad. So these things are pretty good. I've been using this, well, not this one obviously, but I've been using the white one, the old school iMac looking white one, for a couple of years now. The Magic Trackpad 2 differed from the original Magic Trackpad, which was the one that had the round thing on it, in a number of ways. Notably, it is wedge-shaped, it is rechargeable with lightning, and it has the taptic thing, as Apple says, in it. So when you push on it, it doesn't actually push, but it feels like it does because it clicks. And also it's really big, so this is about the size of an iPad mini, which is kind of nice to be able to scroll around. This one really does feel pretty much like the other one. On the keyboard side, the Magic Keyboard, I'm not sure what makes it magical. Maybe it's the horrible key action from the keys. That could be magical. Could also be the fact that it's rechargeable and it matches the Tragic MacPad, so maybe that's why we call it magical. But this is the extended version. There's actually 2 versions of the Magic Keyboard. There's the short version, which is horrible. We actually have one over here that we'll compare this to in a second. But this is the extended one, which has the numeric key, or the cursor keys, page up, page down, much more useful in daily life. So there is the new Apple Pro desk set. So it's worthwhile comparing the various keyboards that Apple offers. This is the small Magic Keyboard. Like I said, the arrow keys are kind of useless and annoying because these guys are tiny and these guys are big. I still have not gotten used to that. Also, I don't like the fact that it doesn't have page up, page down. It is nice because it's compact, it's lightweight. The original Magic Keyboard or Magic Trackpad 2 is right here. Again, it is almost identical to this new one. In fact, it's identical, except not space gray. It looks like something from the 2000s, you know, what we would call those, the noughties. Yeah, terrible, terrible. This, on the other hand, looks like something from around 2010 when Apple introduced space gray. So, you know, we got space gray, we got the switch on here, all that kind of stuff. I thought it'd be fun, too, to compare it back a generation. So let's take a look. This is the previous Apple extended keyboard. Again, it's almost exactly the same size as the new Magic Keyboard. The difference being actually that it has a higher tilt to it. I'm going to see how I like the flat keyboard versus this more tilted one. It also has more key action because these are, you know, longer throw keys. This, I feel like, is one of the best keyboards that Apple has made in a while. And of course, I'm comparing that to the best keyboard that Apple's made, which is, of course, the extended keyboard 2. You know, this guy's great. I can't say too much about its trackpad, though. You know, it's really hard to move your fingers on this this little ball here. You know, but of course, Apple did at one point. Well, not Apple, but Steve Jobs did at one point make a black keyboard, and Rich got me one of these for my birthday. So I thought that it would be fun to bring this out too. Here we have a Next keyboard. So comparing these various generations of Apple gear. One thing that springs immediately to mind is that I have too many keyboards. Another thing that springs to mind is, why do I have these old keyboards? This one actually still works. These both, I have an ADB to USB adapter and it does work fine. Annoying thing about here is the command key is here. I just couldn't get used to that. Sorry, couldn't use it. This guy, everything's in the right place. Everything works. The only thing I'm really worried about is the key action. Now, these two keyboards and two trackpads are constructed of pretty much the same materials. However, there is one notable difference between the space gray keyboard and the white keyboard, as well as the space gray trackpad and the white trackpad. And that is found not on the top or in the key action or anything like that, but underneath. If we look underneath the white keyboard, it uses this super glossy, like, I don't know, old school G5 iMac like glossy plastic, and that gives the whole thing kind of a cheap feel. And in fact, I feel like it translates into the usability of the thing because it kind of feels cheap and light. The space gray Magic Keyboard actually has a nice matte plastic that has a real nice feeling to it, and it feels like the whole thing is just a little more solid. So when I'm using it, you know, this one almost feels like it's going to hop off the floor. In fact, you can even see it moving up and down while I'm typing on it. I'm not sure if you can see that from there, but you see how the middle part like hops up and down a little bit? This one actually feels more stable and sturdy. It just doesn't have that same kind of cheap plasticky feel to it. Same is true of the trackpad. Instead of a glossy, it has this nice matte plastic. You know, it's got these, you know, the same feet, I suppose, but it just feels a little nicer. Is it $20 nicer? Probably not, but it's space gray. So that's the unboxing of the new Apple Space Gray Magic Keyboard and Magic Trackpad 2. And I hope you've enjoyed this. If you like this kind of unboxing videos, head over to YouTube, look for the Gestalt IT channel, and you'll find some unboxings of you know, other random stuff we get in the office. Also, you can find us on Twitter at Gestalt IT, and you can find us on the World Wide Web at www.gestaltit.com. Actually, I don't think we need the www anymore. Thanks for watching. Was that bad? Should I redo that?
It was fine.
Okay. Do you like it?
It was great.
Okay.